gamers, it's Clocky, your friendly neighborhood healer here to help you get back to game on. Welcome back to the I Need Healing Health series. I know, it's been a very long time since I started this series. My original video, which was done at least 6 months ago, the carpal tunnel video. So if you have not seen that one yet or are suffering from hand or wrist pain when you are typing a lot on your keyboard using your mouse gaming, go and check that video. It'll be linked in the playlist and I will put it on screen now. So if you need that, go check that one out. But welcome back. We've made a lot of upgrades since we were last doing this video, and I do apologize for the delay. I know that this was one of the most highly requested videos. However, these I Need Healing Health series videos do take a lot more time for me to record and edit, as I have to do all my research prior, make sure everything that I know is up to date, script it, write it out, rewrite it, revise it, make sure I have everything set up so that I can go and demonstrate the exercises, and then I have to record those in a separate location, bring them back, voice over sometimes, then I have to go through all the editing, add my diagrams. These are a lot more involved than a lot of my other videos, so I appreciate your patience, but we are getting back to it. And welcome back. Today is the much needed, highly requested neck pain, headache, and eye strain video. This is something that I'm sure all of us suffer, and if you're here, hi. Are you ready? We're gonna work on this together. Me and you. We got this. Disclaimer. I have a degree in exercise science and a minor in biology. I worked in physical therapy field for 2 years, but I am not a licensed physician. I cannot diagnose you. I'm not going to diagnose you. I'm simply here to spread my knowledge of what I studied in college and help you help yourself. If you feel your issue is more serious than what I am going through, please seek a medical professional. And if you think that this applies to you and it's simple exercise you can do at home, then I hope I can help you. All right, so we all know neck pain, headaches suck, honestly. Like, the worst. I've suffered a lot of injuries in my life, but something about any sort of pain in the face area, in the head area, always is so much worse than if my arm was to hurt or if my leg hurt, because you need your head to do everything. And you can't get out of your head. At least I could stop thinking about my arm hurting. But man, the head pain is the worst. So what are we gonna do? Neck pain and headaches can take shape in so many different types of forms. So you could feel pain like sharp stabbing pains. You could feel it as a deep ache. You could have throbbing. Your muscles could be becoming exhausted. There might be a lot of tension and you feel your shoulders are really tight and you can't move your head. You're struggling to do rotations, you can't turn to the side. Everybody's pain presents in a very different manner. But there's a lot of different ways to treat it, no matter what your pain style is. And I'm going to be educating you. I'm going to be educating you on how to manage your own pain at home. These techniques will involve self-massage, stretching, exercises, heat, ice. I talk a lot about how to properly heat and how to properly ice in my first video with the carpal tunnel, so I don't feel like going into that because it's going to be repetitive if I say that in the beginning of every single one of my healthcare series. So I will just tag that video and tell you to go watch that section, and I will timestamp it for you and everything as well. Let's start with the neck and headaches. We'll get to eye strain later on in the video. There are many different forms of headaches, and they can present in different types of ways. You could feel kind of pressure build up in the front of your face. You could feel it deep in the back and the base of your skull. It could be kind of going through one side of your head. It could be going through both sides of your head, the top of your head. It moves around. Nobody's headaches are in the same spot. Some people have them directly behind my eyes. My prominent locations for headaches are behind the back of my eyes and on the back sides of my head. Those are where my headaches normally present. Sometimes, and I can't help you with this one, as a lot of those headaches that you might be feeling are actually stress-induced headaches. So if you believe that that might be the case, let's take a step back and let's think about how we're going to fix that. No, you can't cut stress out of your life. God, I wish we could. Try some deep breathing exercises. Have you tried ASMR? Have you tried meditation? Have you tried, you know, other sorts of therapy? That's not my area of expertise so much. The head is another beast altogether when it comes to therapy and medical knowledge. But I can do at least the muscles around the head, but I can't do anything specifically within the head. It's definitely out of my knowledge range, and I will not present you with information that I am not guaranteed to know. So we're going to start with exercising for the head to get the muscles warmed up. More often than not, a lot of the pain that you might be feeling by being a desk worker or a gamer is, you know, probably some improper posture, some mad game lounging, you know, stressing out, turning around. You're probably tight in, why am I pointing at that side? In your neck muscles and your shoulder muscles. This muscle here actually will contribute to probably a lot of the headaches you might be experiencing. So we're gonna work on how to correct and loosen up the muscles in your shoulders and up into your neck and relieve some of those headaches. So we're gonna start with doing exercises. If you don't think you're ready to start doing exercises and they're too tight, you just can't physically move, start with a hot shower. Start with a hot bath, a hot compress. Get those muscles loose and relaxed. If you feel like it was a recent injury as opposed to a, you know, poor posture buildup, start with ice. I've talked about that in my old video. Go watch that video first. So I will be able to do a lot of these exercises, I believe, sitting here. Now, everyone's least favorite thing to evaluate when it comes to how's my pain level is posture. We're going to talk about posture a whole lot. Now, do I have perfect posture? No. Do I practice perfect posture? No. Do I know I should, because every time I get a pain in my head and I start doing proper posture, my pain go away? Yes, but you know what? We're human, so what are you gonna do? You're having a lot of pain. Maybe first evaluate, how are you sitting? Is it gremlin style? Are you mad chilling in your chair? What's going on? This isn't gonna do anything for you. Reaching for your keyboard, you've been stretched out, you know, sinking into your chair. This isn't going to help out if you have a headache. This will only make it worse. As comfortable as gaming like this may be for you, that's probably not what we need to do to get rid of the pain. So I'll put a diagram on screen where it shows proper sitting position, feet flat on the floor, right angle. Make sure your wrists and elbows are at a right angle. You don't have to do, you know, this. This is not considered proper posture. Just bringing your shoulders back a little bit and keeping your head above your shoulders. A lot of times in this day and age, because we're always looking at our phones, we've become turtlenecked. And turtlenecking is, you know, your head is a little more forward than it should be. And so we have to learn to keep that head more in line. I have a turtleneck and I'm aware of it and I've been working on it for years. So posture, I know it's nobody's favorite thing to analyze, but maybe if it's really, really, really poor posture, start working on that. Do you have to have perfect posture? No, I'm not going to say that that's the best thing in the world, but we can at least make progress to better posture, and then we can start doing some exercises. By exercises, I mean stretching, and this stretching will help to alleviate a lot of the pain you might be feeling. And after the exercises are done, we will move on to self-massage. Okay, I put my hair up for this bit so that we can actually see what I'm doing without my hair being in the way. So a few things you can start with if you're feeling a lot of tension in your shoulder and your neck is doing some shoulder rolls. Now these may be uncomfortable, so maybe start very small. And you can do these as much as possible. You don't need to do 3 sets of 10. There's no limit on this. This is not really an exercise. You know, just kind of loosening up those muscles that you might be putting too tense. So along with doing shoulder rolls, and I will turn to this side. Doesn't have to be very big movement. You can do very big movement if, you know, your muscles allow you to, but it could just be a smaller rotation. Along with that would be shoulder shrugging. And although you might be having poor posture, bringing the shoulders up and then exaggerating them back down will help to stretch out the muscles, pushing them really far down, bringing them really far up, bringing them down, and do it nice and slow. We're not interested in you hurting yourself by throwing your shoulders up too high. One of my personal favorites when it comes to having a headache, and one of the dumbest looking exercises, is called a chin tuck. So this can be done in a variety of ways. You don't need to lean your head on anything, but I do find it a lot easier when you have a pillow or something. This is going to be kind of hard with my hair up. And you're gonna look kind of dumb. So what you're gonna do is put your head flat against a surface. Try to keep yourself in proper posture. And what you're gonna do is take your head, and without moving your body, just shove your head back and give yourself a double chin. And hold it. So you should be kind of struggling to talk, or at least your voice kind of changes. And what you're gonna feel is a stretch at the base of the skull. And it will loosen the muscles by pushing into them. And because what you're doing is lengthening the muscle and forcing it to work more, that when you release, it becomes less tense. So you can do these as much as possible, and I do these daily. But if you're having a lot of pain, maybe start with one set of 10. So that means holding for 10 seconds. So just and release. And you should slowly start to feel some relief. So I will turn to the side and show you. So it's not a huge movement, it's just pushing your head back, and you will feel it tightening and strengthening back there. So now that we've loosened up the back of the neck, what about the sides of the neck? One of the most common exercises to do is to lean your head to your shoulder. Not everyone can do this because their neck might be very, very, very tense. So maybe start very small. You might not be able to get very far. If you can go very far and you're holding for 10 seconds and it's just really not doing that much of a stretch, turn your chin at a 45-degree angle. So if I'm staring straight at a wall and I'm putting my head down, turn my chin up to that top corner of the room, and you will feel a deep stretch in the upper part of the muscle at the base of the skull. Slowly return to center, lean to the other side, and turn it up again. And again, as these are just stretches as opposed to exercises, there's not really a limit on how many you can do, but listen to your body. If it's only getting worse, then don't do it. Start with one set of 10 seconds. If that's easy, two sets of 10 seconds. And you can do this all day long. It doesn't matter how many times you do it. We're going to do the other exercises in another room. The first stretch that we're going to be doing is the doorway stretch. You put both arms on the edge of the door frame and lean into it till you feel stretched down your back. Hold for 10 seconds. You can do a variation of this by using one arm at a time if you can't reach or it is uncomfortable to do both. Next exercise we're going to be doing is the doorway forward pull. So grab the edge of the door frame with one hand and pull backwards and hold for 5 to 10 seconds. Make sure you do both arms and lean backwards. The next exercise is another variation, but it reaches different group of muscles by pulling the opposite direction. Same thing as the first, by grabbing the door frame and holding for 5 to 10 seconds. Now that your muscles have been all warmed up from all your stretching and turning and rotating and, shaking it all out, you can start with some self-massage if it's still not any better, in order to help continue to loosen up those muscles that might be very, very tight. We were working with the muscles in the back of the neck primarily for the stretching. However, there is a muscle that is in the front of the neck that actually may be causing you a lot more pain than you think. As you can see when I'm talking, this muscle is flexing. And you can poke it on your neck and you can feel it as it runs down and attaches into your collarbone. This is your sternocleidomastoid. It goes from the base of your neck, right under your ear, and goes right down to the sternum. This muscle gets very tight and causes a lot of headaches. And all you can do is exactly what I'm doing, is find the base of that muscle, push gently on the muscle or as much pressure as you can tolerate, and turn into it as you push down. It was recommended you put like a lotion or something on your neck so it's not pulling at your skin. I'm not going to do that because I'm typing on my computer. However, you just find the base of that muscle and you just really go into it. This one can hurt a lot to massage, so I recommend you start very, very gently. Another place to massage is taking your hands and finding the base of your skull, and there is two little lower parts of your skull that you can almost kind of hook your fingers in under and just kind of simply push into them. And you may feel pressure that goes shooting into the top of your head. That means you found it. And just kind of push in and hold. We don't want to be feeling pain, but we want to be feeling a stretch. So if it's unbearably uncomfortable, don't do it. Any of these, don't do them. You can do it in a multitude of ways, but just kind of finding the base of that skull bone and just pushing into it. You can kind of move your muscles into it as you massage, or you can just kind of push and release, hold for 10 seconds, and that will relieve pain. Temple, so a lot of the times you might feel pain in the front of your face, and just start with a simple massage here start with a simple massage here above the eyes. Just circular motions, nothing. You don't want to put too much pressure on the face, and you can kind of push back into the hairline a little bit. But we don't go too much into the face massaging, as that's not, again, my area of expertise as well. And we've discussed this multiple times now. Your shoulders might actually be a reason for all your headaches. So you're going to be starting with a lot of shoulder massages. So just find those muscles on your shoulder and just kind of massage into them. Use your other hand to massage it so that it stays limp and you're not tightening the muscle as you're lifting. Just kind of rub into it, get a lotion, a cooling gel, and just kind of go into that. Maybe get a massage ball from any CVS or Rite Aid and just loosen those muscles up the best you can. If your pain increases by more than 2 on a pain scale of 1 to 10, stop. Do not continue and seek a medical professional. You do not want your pain levels to increase. Yes, they may get more agitated after you've done some massage and some exercise, but that is due to you bringing increased blood flow into the area. So it's going to feel a little more swollen. You may feel soreness, but that's not pain. You have to learn to differentiate between soreness, exercise, and pain. There are different levels. If it is pain and intolerable, that's when you stop. If it's soreness, you maybe take a break, take it easy, and do some icing. If you want to prevent the swelling, just finish your exercises by throwing some ice on your neck and your shoulders, and that will draw the blood that you drew to the area away from the area. You can also use a topical like Icy Hot, Biofreeze, whatever one is your preference. Just be careful and do not get it in your eyes, mouth, nose. You don't want it in the front of your face. Just keep it kind of in the back and wash your hands afterwards. So we're gonna be moving on to eye strain. This was requested a lot. And the thing about eye strain is it does stem actually a lot from your headaches. Starting by loosening up the neck and the shoulders may actually decrease the eye strain that you are having. What is eye strain though? Eye strain can be caused by looking at screens for extended periods of time, being exposed to bright lights, or looking at a bright light in a dimly lit room for a long period of time. This can lead to pain and difficulty concentrating, and it's just downright annoying. So what can we do to treat it? Like I said, it's possibly a lot to do with your shoulders and neck, but first and foremost, if we're directly attacking the eye strain, take a break, take a rest. Your eyes are in pain and you need to take a break. I know, I'm gaming and I don't want to. I'm working and I can't. I know it's not easy, but maybe simply, I know it's not easy, but taking some time, 5 minutes out of your day, every 30 minutes, every hour, to stop looking at your close-up screens and look at a distance and look somewhere else where bright lights aren't shining in my face. Go outside. I know. Just look out the window for 5 minutes. Adjust the light that's coming into your eyes and it will decrease the pain. Try to limit your screen time. If you're gaming for 12 hours a day, maybe 10 hours a day. Try to draw back as best as you can. You gotta take breaks. Your eyes are very special and you don't really want to lose them if you've got them. And I know this sounds crazy, but try to blink more. You don't think about blinking very much. It's kind of an autonomic nervous system thing, but blink. You gotta force yourself to blink. When you're staring at a screen for a long period of time, you actually have a tendency to blink less, and leaving your eyes open causes them to dry, and the muscles are constantly open. There's no relaxing. Your eyes are gonna hurt because you're not blinking. So then we have to take a look at what we've got. You may need to do some room adjustments. Are you staring at one screen in your pitch black bedroom with nothing else on? Yeah, it's for the ambiance, isn't it? Well, then your eyes aren't gonna get any better. So put a lamp in the corner so you can see better. Put ceiling lights on. Don't look at a single screen in a pitch black room or double whatever in a pitch black room. That is not going to be good for your eyes. You don't want to be staring at the brightest light in the room, so you need some sort of light to offset. You need some light to offset what you're staring at constantly. Other options include using eye drops, so go to your local pharmacy and look for eye drops that are more like redness reducer, dry eyes, itchy eyes to relieve your pain. That's from not blinking too much and staring at a bright light in a room. You don't need any prescription eye drops or anything. You can get them over the counter. Just find redness reducers. The best one, the ones I use are Sustain, but you can just find whatever brand works best for you. Maybe you might want to invest in a pair of blue light glasses. If you can't do anything else, or if you did it all and it still hurts, get some blue light glasses. You can get a cheap pair off of Amazon, which I think these are a $10 pair I bought off of Amazon 2 years ago. They also do make prescription blue light glasses now, so if you wear glasses and contacts regularly, you can get prescription blue light glasses. These do help decrease the light coming off your screen into your eyes and will help you with the eye strain. You're saying, oh my goodness, but we came here for exercises. There's not really exercises or stretches or things I can do for your eyeballs. There are things called eye yoga, but eye therapy is not in my repertoire of knowledge. And honestly, it's mostly just take better care of your environment. Don't stare at the most brightly lit light and just take breaks. See some natural light. I know. The sunlight is scary, but you gotta take a look. If your eyes are hurting that bad, get outside. I hope you were able to learn something new today and that I was able to help you get back to feeling a better you and get back to gaming, working, whatever it is that works for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, please leave a comment about what other types of videos you want me to make or talk about, or other healthcare things, or if you have questions for me. Let me know down below, hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. But for now, I'm clocking out.